The mystery of MH370 remains more than 7 years later. So, here are all the theories, dead ends, and unanswered questions from the most bizarre airline disaster of the century.
370, we are ready, requesting flight number 350 to Beijing.
Malaysian 370 is cleared to Beijing via P-Boss Alpha departure, 6,000 feet squawk 2157.
Beijing, P-Boss Alpha, 6,000 squawk 2157, Malaysian 370, thank you.
Flight MH370, a Boeing 777, left Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, at 12:41 a.m. local time on March 8, 2014, with 239 people on board. More than 150 passengers were Chinese. There were also 38 Malaysians, 7 Indonesians, 6 Australians, and several passengers from a host of other countries, including France and the US. 12 crew members were on board as well.
Malaysian 370, contact Ho Chi Minh 120.9, good night.
Good night, Malaysian 370.
Malaysian 370, contact Ho Chi Minh 120.9, good night.
Good night, Malaysian 370.
The final voice communication from the cockpit, less than an hour after takeoff, was "Good night, Malaysian 370. The plane then stopped communicating with ground control. It deviated from its route 2 hours after takeoff, according to data from military radar. For reasons still unknown, the plane abruptly turned back toward Malaysia, then on toward the Indian Ocean. There were no reports of bad weather or distress calls. The plane traveled south and may have changed altitude at some point. It sent a final, automated satellite communication that was received but did not contain any information about where it was. Other aircraft communications had been purposefully disabled earlier or somehow powered down in the flight, authorities said. The plane had disappeared. Search attempts were quickly launched, but investigators had little idea of where to start and a vast swathe of territory where the plane could feasibly be. Teams from Singapore, Vietnam, and Malaysia were searching the water near Vietnam, which is partway between Kuala Lumpur and Beijing, about 12 hours after contact was lost. FBI teams and Interpol personnel flew in to assist, with 9 countries contributing to the initial search. 40 ships worked around the clock, and 34 aircraft flew during daylight hours. A total of 26 countries eventually pitched in as the search area widened. They found nothing. On May 5, 2014, 79 days after the plane went missing, Malaysia, Australia, and China announced their agreement to search underwater. At the request of the Malaysian government, the Australian Transport Safety Bureau led the investigation. But it discovered little. On January 29, 2015, 327 days after the plane vanished, Malaysia officially declared the disappearance an accident. It said that 5 hours and 13 minutes passed between the last communication from the plane and Kuala Lumpur's first distress signal, and that another 5 hours passed before the first search flights took off, according to reports. The first piece of MH370 took more than a year to find. The fragment of the plane's wing washed up in July 2015 on Reunion Island, thousands of miles from Kuala Lumpur. After a 4-month hiatus for detailed mapping of the seabed, the search resumed in October 2015, but bad weather slowed the investigation. A report in March 2016, on the second anniversary of the disappearance, shed no more light on what happened. In 2017, the governments of Australia, Malaysia, and China announced they are suspending the official search after failing to find anything in the area thought to be the plane's final resting place. The Malaysian government's final report, released on July 30, 2018, said authorities cannot determine with any certainty why the plane disappeared. The key finding was that the plane's sharp diversion at 1:25 a.m. was done manually, but it is still unclear who was responsible for the maneuver. Malaysia's civil aviation chief resigned after the report found that air traffic control did not comply with standard procedures. The 239 people on board were never found and are presumed dead. Theories have ranged from hijacking, including fuel depletion and eventual water landing, all the way to the plane being purposely flown to other islands or countries with unknown cargo on board. Investigations dedicated to finding the plane, the victims, or any substantial evidence of what happened have come up with next to nothing, inviting speculation and conspiracy to fill the vacuum. No theory has been proven to this day, and the aircraft has still not been found. Its disappearance remains one of the biggest aviation mysteries in world history.